Hey guys, it's Caleb with White Metal Games here. Just wanted to do a quick studio update for you. Show you what we've been working on around the studio. I've gotten out of the habit of doing them for a while, and now I want to get back into the habit of it. So here's what we've been working on around the studio. Let's see, I'm not for sure how much of this I showed you in the last video, if any of this. A couple new things here. This is a Tyrannid Harpy. Oh, let me turn on some lights so we can see some of these things. This is a Tyrannid Harpy. That's a new version with Hive Tyrant wings, so that's something new we've only started doing here recently. This is an alternate to the Balrog wings I've been rocking for so long. Those have been very, very popular. Here's a Poor Man's Malanthrope. Oh, and he falls over. This is based on the new Hive Tyrant kit. I like the Malanthrope figure from Forge World, but it's a little pricey, and I think this is a little more dynamic than that one actually. It's up on its hinds, and you can see the face tentacles there. And it's a little difficult to see. Let me put it in the light for you. So there's something we've been working on. These are rocking on eBay right now. They're not selling, but they're out there in case buyers are interested in them. Let's see. Here is a couple of different primes that we're offering now. The Tyrannid primes are basically warrior leaders. Both of them start with a Ravener kit, and then we add Tyrannid warrior bits. These swords are from the Hive Tyrant kit, the Swarmlord arms. The legs are old 2nd edition legs, and I've got tons of those left. And then a Ravener tail. He's pretty bulky. He's about 30% bulkier than a normal warrior. And here's Tall Boy. The regular Hive Tyrant Bone Sword and Lash Whip are so big, I felt like I needed to make the body a little bigger, so I had some spare legs. So he is a little gangly, actually. He looks like he's still evolving. He's currently for sale on eBay, and I can remake these on request. So there's a couple of those. Have a new pattern of Shrike available. The old Shrikes weren't selling that well. I just don't know if people just don't love them or if they just don't like Shrike. So I came up with a new variant just for fun. This uses gargoyle wings. It's more user-friendly. It's a little narrower on the wings here, so it's a little better on the tabletop. That way you can be more competitive with it, and it'll certainly stack up as a unit much better when you assault. Just as a comparison, here's the old Shrikes. I personally feel like the old Shrike wings were more appropriately scaled. I feel like the bigger wings are better for it, but I can understand why some people prefer a more tournament-worthy piece or a more official GW piece. So that's what this one is. I think these wings are just a little small myself, but I don't want to put it out there as an offer if people are interested in it. What else do we got going on down here? Found a whole bunch of these old Termagants with strangle webs, going through some old stuff. So I've got about 9 of these up for sale on eBay right now. If you're a Tyrannid player and you're interested in picking up some strangle webs for your army, those are available. Still have this Parasite of Mortrex conversion that is up for sale on eBay. This guy is on a massive flying base. He's got some weights down there to hold him down, look like rubble. He's based on an old pewter kit from the Red Terror kit with some Ravener bits thrown in there, and he's got these wings from a Succubus from Reaper. This head is from Chapter House. I think he cuts a pretty cool, pretty nice figure. He's certainly not bad. I certainly have used him in a couple games for fun. So I think he works out really well. Let's see what else we got going on down here. Let's see. Slightly different version of the Tomb Stalker. Had to revise it over time to make it a little more usable and a little more friendly on price for me, parts-wise, because the other one was just getting a little pricey to build. The only real differences here is the cannon is underslung now, which I think is more appropriate, and the body on this guy is now usually comes from a destroyer. For the Tomb Spiders that I build, I have a ton of these torsos left over, so I use the thicker, bulkier torso from the destroyer mixed in with normal Necron bits to formulate this guy. Oop, focus came off. Let's see what else we got in our goodie bag. Spiders, of course you guys have seen these. These have been selling like crazy. I've sold about 60 of these now. I have a limited number in stock, so if you're interested in buying, please buy. Please contact me. Let's see, what else can we show you? This is a new pattern of Tomb Blade we've got going. It has a flying base that mounts underneath there, in that narrow spot between those two bits. And then this comes with 8 rods, 8 green rods for you, so you get your twin-linked Gauss weaponry with this guy, and he's got a little hover sled. He sets about that high. I've got a ton of those right now. I guess tomb blades aren't that popular because people are not buying them as much as I would hope they would be. That's okay though. Let's see. A more traditional harpy. This guy is being made for a client right now. He'll be ready to go out in a day or so. I just got to do some gray stuff work on him. Of course, the big stuff going on in the studio right now is obviously the Titan, and I'll do a Titan update video here in a few so people can see in detail what's been going on there. As you can see, the Titan's starting to get some plating put on him. I had to take a break for several weeks because we had to go out of town for a family emergency, and then we had Easter, of course, so that kept me away from my workshop. But now that I'm back, I'm starting to do some work. You can see some black smears on this new glue I've been trying out, which I'm not crazy about, but I gave it a shot just to see if it would work. As you can see, the knee guards have been added, so that's a new addition there. And additionally, I'm starting to add on plating here and there. It's taken some time because I want to make sure that I get good plating situated, but he's starting to look like something. I'm starting to be pleased with how he's coming along. Of course, we got plenty more bits to go on him. This Pegasus missile will form a vortex missile. It'll go something like that. And there'll be a large fortress in his back. There'll be a massive cannon out the front here, some other cannons on the side. His weaponry, of course. This I've actually smoothed out on the top here, so there's no more gap, no more opening there. So that's a little bit better. Still have to create the bottom casings for those. I bought a couple of Pegasus kits. These are Gothic kits that I'm going to be using to construct the fortress on his back. I bought like 3 large kits. This is actually a really decent kit because the plastic is heavier than GW plastic. And because of that, I think it's going to be a nice weight for him. It'll, I think, tend to lean him back a little bit more. So he's coming along. I'll give you an update video on that. This is a unit of what we're calling matricas. They are for a client of mine who is doing a Kali-themed demon army. He's counting it as demons, but he's using Kali as his sort of goddess patron. So we wanted to do these different sort of sword maidens based on Indian folklore called matricas. I think that's right. I might be mispronouncing it. So what these are is they're basically Reaper dancing girls. There's about 3 or 4 different varieties. Here's the champion. She's got her special swords right there. Sorry about the fuzzy focus. It's just a little dark on this side of the room. But the rest of these are Reaper dancing girls that I've used these Greco-Roman swords with to make them look like they're kind of these scimitars. And you see here's a whole unit of them together. The banner for the unit, if I can find it over here. I'm about to wrap them up and ship them to the client. Here's the banner. It's got a ton of skulls on this sort of undead-themed skull thing, because Callie wears a necklace of skulls. And then the musician here has a harp between her hands. It's a little hard to see. That harp is from Mantic. So just a bunch of mixed bits on there, all in 28 mils. It's going to be a unit of 20 when it's all done. Let's see, we're going to go outside for this last thing that I've been working on. Here's the last new thing. Got back into casting a little bit, so we worked on these a while ago, but casting's kind of an expensive endeavor, so I only do it when I have the money. So these are some runestone, well, runestone's the wrong word, I guess Stonehenge-like monoliths. These are cast from resin. You can see some of the symbols on here. I just went ahead and put a prime coat on these because I'm going to paint up an example version of them for eBay. They are textured, they are resin, they are fairly lightweight, they probably weigh about 3 or 4 ounces a piece. Primed up on that side, here's the original resin, and actually it's got some dark shadowing you can see now. So there's the symbols. There's different symbols on each one. There's 8 total stones. That's, I don't know, 4 per stone. That's like 32 symbols total. These symbols are drawn from historical references, so these actually are Druidic symbols, as far as I can tell, according to Google. The fun thing is they're going to be easy to paint, and they're fairly big. They're 4 inches tall, so they actually will be appropriately sized for 25 and 28 millimeter wargaming. We're going to use a set of them on the Titan. Here's a couple more of them. So yeah, those are coming along well. Those will be up in the next couple days. I'm not for sure what the retail is going to be on. I'm probably 20-25 set. So look for that. If you're just tuning into this blog, this video channel, my name is Caleb, and I am a conversion artist for hire. I offer painting services, conversion services, miniature design and manufacture. We also do terrain building, all that sort of stuff. We're a newcomer on the block. So check us out at whitemetalgames.blogspot.com, or we will have a channel or a regular website launching sometime in the near future, but with everything going on, it's just been put on hold, so I apologize for that. But eventually it will be whitemetalgames.com. So look for that if you're looking at this video sometime after March of 2012. So anyway, until next time, put your money where your mouth is, and happy working. Thanks, guys.